Welcome back to the deep dive. Okay, so every now and then we get source material that just makes you stop and stare.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see the numbers and think, is this real? Is this a typo?
Absolutely. Or maybe even, is this even legal kind of numbers?
Exactly. And that's what today's deep dive is all about.
Mm.
We're tackling this apparent paradox.
A plug-in hybrid, right?
Yep, a PHEV.
Claiming a frankly staggering 2,000 kilometer range.
2000.
And here's the absolute kicker. It starts around 11,200 US dollars.
Yeah, you asked us to dig into this one, and honestly, it's been fascinating trying to figure out what's going on.
Is it magic, super advanced tech, or just really clever marketing?
Well, we're talking about the 2026 BYD Seal '05 DMI.
Okay.
And yeah, it's an evolution, basically a refresh of their compact PHEV sedan. Used to be called the Destroyer '05.
Destroyer '05, right. Part of their Ocean series, which has been doing really well for them.
Very successful, yeah.
But still, 11.2. For a brand new car that could theoretically drive from, I don't know, London to Rome on one go, on one tank and charge, yeah. It sounds completely impossible, doesn't it?
It really does. So our mission today, crack this code. How did BYD pull off this huge technological leap with their new 5th-gen DM system?
And crucially, how did they do that while basically keeping the price pegged at this super aggressive level?
Yeah, what is the secret sauce here?
It's definitely a disruptive mix. That tension, between that unbelievable range and that rock bottom price, that's what we need to unpack.
Okay, let's start with the big one. That 2,000 kilometer number.
The headline grabber.
That's the combined range, so full tank of gas, fully charged battery.
Right. Under specific test conditions, of course.
Of course, but it's a number designed to just like vaporize range anxiety, isn't it?
Totally. But we do have to ask, is that a number you'll actually see? Or is it, a perfect lab scenario number?
Good point. Which testing standard are we talking about?
That's key. The big range number and the fuel economy, that's under the NEDC standard. New European driving cycle. And the pure electric range, that's CLTC, China Light Duty Vehicle Test Cycle.
Right, and both of those tend to be, shall we say, a bit optimistic compared to EPA or WLCP numbers that we might be more familiar with.
Generally, yes. They can produce higher figures. So think of the 2,000 kilometers as the theoretical maximum.
Okay, fair enough. But even so, what's maybe even more impressive is the jump in just the pure electric range.
Yes, this is huge for usability.
The new Seal '05 DMI gets 128 kilometers on just the battery, CLTC standard.
That is a game changer for how you'd actually use the car day to day.
How so?
Well, think about it. The previous model, the base version, was closer to maybe 55 kilometers of EV range.
Right, quite a bit less.
Jumping that base number up to 128 kilometers means probably 90% of your daily driving, school runs, groceries, commute could be all electric.
So you'd hardly ever need the gasoline engine for typical use.
Exactly. It shifts the car from being just a hybrid that saves some fuel to feeling like a proper EV most of the time, but with that gasoline backup.
And they did this massive range boost while keeping the price the same. That starting point, 79,800 yuan.
Which converts to that roughly $11,200 USD number, yeah.
Matches the old model's price,
Yeah.
which had way less range. This must be putting serious pressure on competitors.
Oh, immense pressure. I mean, dramatically improving your product, especially the battery and efficiency side,
Yeah.
and holding the price firm. That screams massive scale and that vertical integration BYD is famous for.
Ah, right. They make their own batteries, motors, chips.
Exactly. They control so much of the supply chain. That gives them cost advantages that, frankly, legacy automakers are struggling to match right now.
Okay, and that efficiency focus leads to the fuel consumption number. Our sources say just 3.08 liters per 100 kilometers.
Which is just wild. NEDC standard, again, but still.
How wild are we talking? Put that in context.
For a compact sedan, you're talking figures that challenge the absolute best dedicated hybrids out there, like from Toyota. But this car also gives you that significant pure EV driving capability. It kind of redraws the map for what efficient, high-volume compacts can do.
Okay, so that level of fuel sipping, it can't just be a normal engine setup, right?
Yeah.
Let's get into the tech. The 5th generation dual mode system, DM 5.0. What's the magic here? How does it get so efficient?
This is where the engineering gets really clever. It's not just about sticking a bigger battery in. The DM 5.0 system is fundamentally designed to maximize efficiency when the gasoline engine is running.
How does it do that?
Well, a lot of the time the engine isn't directly driving the wheels. It's acting more like a generator, creating electricity for the electric motor, though it can drive the wheels directly too, or work in combination.
So it's optimized to run like a range-extended EV a lot of the time.
Pretty much. Now let's look at the bits inside. You've got a 1.5-liter gasoline engine, naturally aspirated, nothing too fancy there.
Okay. Power?
Pretty modest, actually. 74 kilowatts, which is about 99 horsepower, and 126 newton meters of torque.
99 horsepower. That sounds kind of low for a modern car. Is that a cost-cutting thing?
Not really, no. It's strategic. See, that engine's main job isn't speed. It's to be a super efficient generator.
Wow. Okay.
BYD tunes it to run in its happiest place, thermodynamically speaking. A narrow RPM range where it burns fuel incredibly cleanly and efficiently.
Right. Peak thermal efficiency.
Exactly. That minimizes fuel use when it's just topping up the battery or helping out. If this was just a gas car, 99 HQ might feel slow. But here,
The electric motor does the heavy lifting.
precisely, the electric motor is the star. It's a front motor pushing out 120 kilowatts, that's about 161 horsepower, and a healthy 210 Nm of torque. That's what gives you the acceleration, the zip.
Gotcha. So gas engine is the efficient backup singer. Electric motor is the lead vocalist.
That's a great way to put it. And the battery.
What's powering the electric side?
It's using BYD's own Blade battery tech. This pack is 15.87 kilowatt hours.
Okay.
Now, what's interesting, some sources noted this is actually a bit smaller than some previous high-end PHEV packs BYD has used.
Smaller. But the EV range went way up.
Exactly, which tells you the gains aren't just from throwing more battery cells in. It's about the whole system, the software, the integration, how efficiently the DM 5.0 manages everything.
Making every electron work smarter, not just harder.
You got it. It's system optimization.
Speaking of performance, we saw a slight discrepancy in the 0 to 100 km/h times. One source said 7.9 seconds, another 7.6. Anything to worry about there?
No, not at all. That's super common. Could be different testing standards. Maybe one test included driver rollout. Maybe it was a slightly different trim level with different weight.
Right.
The takeaway is mid to high sevens for acceleration. For a super efficient family car at this price, that's perfectly respectable. It won't feel sluggish.
Definitely doesn't sound like an $11,000 penalty box. Okay, so the powertrain is impressive, hyper efficient. But what about the rest of the car? Did they skimp on the bits you actually touch and see?
Good question. Let's talk design and interior. Exterior-wise, they stuck with the ocean aesthetics look. It's clean, modern, seems popular.
Dimensions. Still a compact sedan size.
Yep, pretty standard for the class.
Yeah.
4,780 millimeters long, 1837 wide, 1515 high, with a 2,718 millimeter wheelbase. Basically unchanged.
Any tweaks?
One minor thing mentioned was they got rid of the automatic roll shutters some versions might have had, probably just simplifying things for cost and manufacturing.
Makes sense. Okay, inside, what's new?
The big functional win, I think, is the gear selector. They ditched the old rotary dial or crystal thing.
Which always felt a bit gimmicky to me.
Yeah, and they replaced it with an electronic column shifter, like you see in a lot of EVs now.
Oh, I like that change. Frees up console space, right?
Exactly. It's much more practical, makes the center console feel cleaner, gives you more storage. That kind of smart, user-focused design is great to see.
And the tech. For 11 grand, is it just like a basic radio?
Not at all. You still get a proper tech stack. There's a 10.1-inch main screen in the center.
Okay.
And an 8.8-inch digital display for the driver's instruments. And it runs BYD's D-Link system.
D-Link. So that means decent connectivity, voice commands, stuff like that.
Yeah, D-Link is pretty sophisticated. Voice control, navigation, smartphone integration, features that usually cost extra elsewhere.
Nice. What about basics like safety and comfort?
Seems solid for the price. 6 airbags are standard, cruise control, a 6-speaker sound system. Seats are manually adjustable in the base model, but the core safety stuff is there.
And practicality. Trunk space, turning circle. Still needs to work as a family car.
Absolutely. The trunk is actually pretty big, 508 liters, which is really good for this size of car.
Wow.
And the turning radius is 5.5 meters, nice and tight for city driving. So it really feels like they engineered it to be a complete usable package first. The crazy efficiency is almost like a bonus.
Okay, so we understand the tech, the design seems practical. Let's talk market impact. What does this Seal 05 DMA mean for BYD overall? Is it a niche product or a volume seller?
It's definitely aimed at volume, even if it's not their absolute top seller. The numbers show that.
Like what?
Well, in August, sources say it sold nearly 13,500 units.
Just in 1 month.
Yep. And over the first 8 months of 2025, almost 50,000 units. That made up about 2.5% of BYD's total sales.
2.5% doesn't sound huge, but BYD's total sales are massive.
Exactly. We're talking about a company that sells millions of vehicles. So 2.5% is still tens of thousands of these hitting the roads regularly. Significant volume.
And it fits into the wider Seal family.
Right. You've got the Seal 06 DMI, which is similar, and the all-electric Seal EV sedan. That whole Seal family together sold over 51,000 units in September alone. It's BYD's third best-selling lineup. So this is a key part of a major product family for them.
And didn't the original Seal EV launch specifically to take on the Tesla Model 3?
It did, yeah. That was the target. So expanding the Seal nameplate with this super affordable, hyper-efficient PHEV, who are they really going after now?
Good question.
They're essentially aiming at every manufacturer selling a conventional compact gasoline sedan. Think Toyota Corolla, Hyundai Elantra, Honda Civic, Kia Forte.
All the big global players in that segment.
Exactly. BYD is basically saying, why would you buy that purely gasoline car anymore? This PHEV gives you the convenience of gas if you need it, but drastically lower running costs thanks to the EV range.
And at a price point that matches or beats the gas cars.
Right. That combination, the low price, the huge range, it almost makes the traditional internal combustion engine sedan seem, well, irrelevant for a lot of buyers in this bracket.
It's that vertical integration again, letting them drive down costs.
Textbook example.
Yeah.
Dominate the mainstream middle ground.
It's just the speed of this is incredible. Going from the previous DM tech to this 5th gen, getting such a huge jump in range and efficiency.
And launching it so quickly and affordably.
Yeah. It feels less like evolution and more like a revolution just landed in a showroom.
It really shows their R&D muscle and how agile their whole operation is. They're tweaking everything, engine, battery management, software, all at once to hit those numbers.
So, okay, wrapping up. We started with that paradox. 2,000-kilometer range, $11,200 price.
Seemed impossible.
But the answer seems to be this DM 5.0 system, focusing ruthlessly on efficiency, combined with that BYD vertical integration advantage crushing costs. For you, the listener, the potential buyer, it means getting insane range, practically eliminating range anxiety for the price of maybe a decent used car. That's the headline.
And it leaves us with a big question, doesn't it? A thought for you, our listener, to chew on.
Go on.
Given this level of efficiency, this aggressive pricing, in a mainstream car like the Seal 05 DMI, what's the future for the traditional gasoline-only compact car globally? Has BYD basically just put an expiration date on purely internal combustion economy car as we know it?
Wow. That is definitely something to think about, especially if you're car shopping anytime soon.
Yeah.
This was fascinating. Really enjoyed digging into this one.
Yeah, great fun puzzling this out. And thanks to you for sending us the sources to dive into.
Absolutely. We really appreciate you trusting us to break down these, frankly, phenomenal figures.
We do. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive, getting past the headlines to the real story,
please do follow the channel. We love bringing you curated knowledge and insights like this.
Definitely. Thanks for tuning in.
We'll catch you on the next deep dive.